What's up, guys? Welcome back. A lot of people have been asking for more fitness content, and I definitely want to bring that to you guys because it's such a huge part of my life and I think it's important. And today what I want to show you is a couple techniques on how to go uphill faster and more efficiently, whether you like to ruck or run or hike, backpacking, whatever it is. We're going to talk about moving up the hill. And then I'm going to show you guys how to move down the hill fast and efficiently. I hope you guys are getting out in the mountains because there's not much more beautiful place to be than in the mountains. So hopefully this is going to help you guys move more efficiently over terrain. It's a pretty nasty, dismal day out today, and this particular show is brought to you by our partner at Barbell Apparel. Before we get into it, I am wearing the Barbell Apparel Anything flannel with the ultralight joggers. Again, it's pretty dismal out today. It's probably in the low 40s with a drizzle, and this would be a perfect outfit to get out and move in. It's going to keep you comfortable, keep you warm enough, and also the fabric in these ultralight joggers and in this Anything flannel, it breathes and it doesn't retain moisture, so it's perfect for this type of weather. Check them out at barbellapparel.com. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. So let's get into this. Let's start demonstrating the uphill techniques first. First thing we're going to talk about is running uphill. Now, this isn't going to apply to a lot of you guys because you're not into running, but if you are, the thing that you have to think about if you decide to run up the hill, first of all, how steep is the hill? Should you be running it? If your legs start to burn and your heart rate gets jacked up, you probably shouldn't be running it, all right? You should probably be hiking it, even if you're in a race or an ultra running event or something like that. So be cautious about running uphill. But if you decide you're in shape enough to do it and it's a short hill, the best way to run up a hill, or the thing that you have to do, is shorten your stride, keep your head up and your body nice and straight as you move up the hill. The main thing is increasing your cadence, all right? If you try to take big, long strides while you're running up a hill, it's going to tax your big muscles very quickly. Your heart rate's going to go through the roof and you are going to be burned out before you get to the top. So shorten that stride up to the point that it actually feels like, holy crap, I'm taking really short steps, and that's going to get you up the hill most efficiently. All right, let's say that you started running up this son of a gun, you were like, holy crap, no, this is too steep for me to run, or I'm too fat to run up this hill, and you decide to stop and hike, or maybe you're just out wrecking or backpacking. Something I want to show you guys is called the mountaineering step. All right, it's a technique that actually transfers the load or the weight of your body and your pack or whatever gear you have on. It transfers that load from your muscles to your skeletal structure for just a split second. And over time, that's going to increase your efficiency and reduce the load on your leg muscles by transferring it to your skeleton. It's super simple, all right? All you're going to do when you take your step up to move up the hill, when you step up, you're going to straighten that leg out completely, all right? So instead of moving up the hill like this, where your knees stay bent, you are actually going to step up, straighten that leg out completely. Now, I'm doing it exaggerated right now for you guys watching on the camera, but that up step, as soon as you lock that knee out and your heel's on the ground, it transfers for a very split second the weight of your body into your the skeletal structure of your leg, which then relieves your muscles of the strain of carrying the weight, all right? So that's called the mountaineering step right there. All right, third technique, and again, this is more of a hiking or walking technique. This is if we want to hike fast up a hill. So the mountaineering step is going to be a little slower. You're going to utilize it more often when you have a big, heavy pack on. If you are in a race or something like that and you want to move fast up the hill, I would use this third technique when hiking. And basically what you're going to do is as you move up the hill, you're going to put your hand on your thigh right there just above your knee, and as you step forward you are going to push down on your thigh in order to take that step forward. Right now I'm exaggerating it now, but what we're doing obviously is we're using our arm, mainly our triceps and shoulders, to take a little bit of that weight and transfer it into our upper body. That way we're not doing all the work with our lower body, okay? The thing that would kind of, if you have a set of trekking poles This is doing the same thing, transferring some of that effort into your upper body. But some of you guys don't like to use trekking poles because you look kind of gay out there with trekking poles, right? So the other option is to, again, put your hand right here and press down as you straighten that front leg out to propel yourself up the hill. Sweet, so that's 3 techniques going up the hill. Now moving down the hill, you think, well, down the hill, that's not important. Well, you're wrong. Most people, when I'm doing these races out in the mountains, the thing that actually blows their legs up is the downhill running. It's not the uphill portion, it's the downhill, because they're striding way out, their foot's hitting the ground way out in front of them, and it's sending that big shock all the way up through their leg, and it's just tearing their quads to pieces, man. So moving downhill, you want to do this right, or you're going to blow your legs up. I promise you, it's a lot of impact if you run downhill and you're taking big long strides and you're letting your foot strike way out in front of you. The key to moving downhill is keep your feet underneath you, and again, just like when we were running uphill, shorten that stride enough to where you can keep your feet underneath you and you're not striding way out in front of you and slamming your heel on the ground in front of you. It is the most efficient way, especially if you're on trail. That short stride, short choppy stride, keeping your feet under you as you move down is going to allow you to pick your steps and to avoid ruts and roots and rocks and things like that as you're moving down that technical trail. All right, shorten the stride up, feet underneath you, head and chest up, maintain control. Don't just let your legs fly, because it's going to beat your muscles to pieces. And this is whether you're hiking or you're running down a hill. I promise you, it's going to keep you out there longer if you'll be intentional moving downhill. Sweet guys, I hope this video helps you out, man. Hills are big obstacles. People are intimidated by getting out and getting in the mountains. But it's all about efficiency of movement, and utilize these techniques moving up and down, and I promise you, you're going to have a better time. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please drop me a comment and let me know what you thought about this video. If you got anything out of it, like, subscribe, and go check out Barbell Apparel. They're the reason we're able to have time to come out here and make these videos and put this kind of effort into this content. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Love you guys. Enough said.